They're still sitting upstairs, so I have to find a spot for that. Our recycling did get picked up today because collection was missed, so I had to phone them this morning so they could come pick it up. And it did get collected, so I can refill it with the remainder of our recycling. And yeah, that's probably pretty much it. Maybe put away a few things that are still lying around.
Hello everybody and welcome to Pigknit. If you're not familiar with my channel, nice to meet you. My name is Jessie. A lot of my videos are basically just me talking about something random while a speed paint goes by. And this is how today's video is going to be because I have a topic that I wanted to talk about and it really has nothing to do with art. So since this is the time of the year, the season of giving, I've been thinking to myself a lot about giving. And I was at a meeting and basically the topic of choice was that we were talking about fearless giving and specifically monetary. One person had mentioned that she said, I think that it's just a matter of people making sure that there's room in their budget and that would make the difference of whether or not somebody is willing to donate more than another person. So those of you who have been following me for a while would know that my husband Justin and I are very meticulous with our budget. We keep a spreadsheet. We've kept it since February 2014. We've literally tracked every single thing that we've ever spent on anything. So I told this lady that we do that and that basically it doesn't make any difference. We don't specifically find ourselves making any more room to give more money than we normally would have, you know what I mean? And when I said that, I realized that it's not a matter of having more money or making more money. I really just had this snap decision where I was like, oh, it's not about how much money you make. Because we've progressively been making a little more money every year, as you normally should do in your adult years. You're supposed to make a little more money every year. But if you looked back at what we donated, we probably didn't donate any more than we normally would have. And I realized that it wasn't because we didn't have the money to do it, it was because it hadn't been something that we'd consciously made a decision to start doing. On our budget we have different columns, so restaurants, groceries, our mortgage, our student loans, yada yada yada. At the bottom of the sheet, some of them like restaurants has a goal, so we just loosely follow it. So we try not to spend more than $200 a month on restaurants. That's our monthly budget. Sometimes we go over, but it basically is just something to keep us in check. What I've decided to do is that in 2018, we're going to make a column specifically for donations, and we're going to have a goal. And instead of it being a goal of a maximum amount spent, it's going to be a minimum amount spent. Because once I realized that the amount of money that you're donating was a conscious decision and had nothing to do necessarily with what you were bringing in, I just wanted to get started with that right away. So we're going to do that in 2018, and honestly, I'm pretty excited about it because this means that if we see something come along and it's like, oh, it goes to a good cause, yada yada yada, I, by nature, am always going to be frugal because we've just always lived that way. We don't make a ton of money because #starving artist life. I feel guilty because I'm like, oh, I shouldn't spend that much, but then I think, but then it's going to a good cause. But my immediate thought is, I shouldn't spend too much. I need to make sure I'm not blowing through my budget. This basically will give us the freedom. Instead of feeling guilty, I can be like, oh, well, look, how much have we spent on our donations this month? We've only spent this much. We still need to spend X amount of dollars to hit our minimum amount that we said we do each month. I think it'll actually make me look for opportunities of ways to spend money and donate money that I wouldn't have done before, which in my opinion sounds kind of like a freeing type of deal. I've actually decided though, I'm going to start it in December because my mom does this thing that she said she does this every year, and I think it's a really cool idea. She gets out money every year at the beginning of the holiday season, and she gets it out in fives. And the only point of that money is to keep it in her wallet and specifically give it to people that are ringing bells with the buckets for donating during the holidays. She's like, that actually makes it so instead of feeling guilty and trying to avoid eye contact if you don't have cash on you, she specifically will hear the ringing bell and be like, where is he? I gotta find him so I can put my $5 in. And I think that's a really cool idea. So I'm going to do that in December. We're gonna take out a bunch of fives. We're gonna do our first budget minimum amount. And I'm pretty excited about it actually, because it's one of those things where I know we can afford it, it's not an issue at all. We would probably spend that money on something stupid like Chipotle anyways. That's kind of what's been going through my mind right now. I wanted to talk about it because it's important. That being said, I hope that everybody who's celebrating Thanksgiving has a great holiday. I hope you enjoy your couple of days that you get off. I'm going down to Pennsylvania to be with Justin's family. We are celebrating down in Harrisburg, and then we are driving back up on Saturday in the morning, 5 hours, back to my hometown of Medina, New York, because I'm going to be doing a book signing for my picture book, Rooster Wore Skinny Jeans. And then I guess they do this thing called the Medina Festival of Lights or something. This is something they never did when I was younger, so I'm pretty excited about it. Apparently there's like a light parade. I don't know. It sounds kind of cool. So I'm going to stay after, watch the light parade, join in on the festivities, and then we have Sunday to kind of unwind and relax and just hang out and decorate for Christmas. If you guys like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. And if you made it this far in the video, let me know by using the keyword giving or give in your comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.